Shattered by reality, the greatest gift destiny ever gives you. For more content, please visit my Patreon link below. Let's spread love to every corner of the world. There is a question most people never fully escape. Even after religion, philosophy, success, or knowledge, deep down, something still asks, is there someone watching over me? Is there a hidden order behind all this chaos? Or am I completely alone in a universe that doesn't care? When life collapses through loss, uncertainty, or sudden change, this question becomes unavoidable. And strangely, even at the peak of success, people still feel it. Because the real issue was never external reality. It is the mind's demand for something solid to hold on to in a world that is fundamentally unstable. 1. The illusion of spiritual comfort. Most spiritual systems try to soften this fear. They promise meaning, protection, afterlife, or higher order. But the Buddha points in the opposite direction. He does not give comfort. He exposes illusion. Because comfort built on illusion is still illusion. And this is why even after understanding spirituality, most people remain anxious. They replaced one belief with another, but never saw through belief itself. 2. Fame, success, and the burning life. The Buddha used a simple image. Fame and success are like burning incense. To produce fragrance, the incense must be consumed. From the outside, it looks beautiful, status, recognition, achievement. But from within, something is being burned. People trade their life energy for social approval, thinking they are gaining something stable. But when they finally arrive, they often discover something unsettling. The life that was supposed to be fulfilled feels quietly exhausted. Because nothing external was ever capable of giving inner stability. 3. Desire. The razor and the honey. Desire works the same way. It looks harmless, even beautiful. But it is like licking honey from a razor blade. The sweetness is real, but so is the damage. Modern life amplifies this endlessly. Money, pleasure, status, stimulation, achievement. Each promise a reward. Each extraction costs attention, peace, and clarity, and yet the pattern never ends. Because desire is not designed to be satisfied, it is designed to continue. 4. The invisible prison of normal life. The Buddha described something most people never question. We think prison is external, but the deeper prison is psychological. Responsibility, identity, relationships, expectations, success, none of these are inherently wrong. But the problem begins when they become psychological cages we never question. Unlike a prisoner who longs for freedom, most people never even consider they are bound, because the chains feel normal, even desirable. 5. God as psychological security. One of the most controversial insights in Buddhist thought is this. The idea of God often functions as psychological stability. Not necessarily truth, but structure. A way to make chaos feel organized. A way to believe life is being controlled by something benevolent. It reduces existential fear. But it also replaces direct seeing with belief. And belief, no matter how comforting, still separates you from reality as it is. 6. Humanity's need for a controller. When traditional God concepts disappear, the mind often creates replacements. History becomes destiny, economics becomes law, the unconscious becomes fate. Different words. Same structure. The need is always the same. Something must be in control so I don't have to face pure uncertainty. But uncertainty is not a problem to solve. It is the nature of existence. 7. Heaven, desire, and infinite projection. Heaven is often imagined as perfect fulfillment of desire. But this reveals something deeper. We project unfulfilled longing into another world. Yet the Buddha's insight is direct. Desire itself is structurally endless. It does not end with fulfillment, it resets. Each satisfaction produces a new lack. This is why even getting everything does not end inner hunger. Because hunger is not about objects, it is the movement of mind itself. 8. The absence of a separate self, perhaps the most radical insight. There is no fixed, independent you inside experience. What we call self is a shifting process, thought, memory, sensation, reaction, not an object, not a soul. Not a permanent center. This creates fear at first because it removes the imagined control point. But it also removes the root of suffering, the illusion of separation. 9. Belief is the hidden trap. Even rejection of religion can become another belief system. Some replace God with history, science, psychology, ideology, but the structure remains identical. Something external is controlling reality. The Buddha's approach is different, not belief in something, not belief against something, but direct observation without conclusion. 10. Fear-based spirituality versus direct seeing. Most spiritual systems are built on fear of death, uncertainty, meaninglessness. So they offer protection narratives, but protection also creates dependency. The Buddha does not remove fear by comforting it. He removes its foundation, identification. When the sense of a separate self weakens, fear loses its anchor. What remains is not belief, but clarity. 11. The end of psychological childhood. At the core, many belief systems function like psychological childhood, a universe with a parent figure who guarantees safety and meaning. But maturity begins when this structure is questioned, not replaced, not improved, seen through. This is not pessimism. It is transition from psychological dependence to direct perception. 12. Reality without a controller. When all projections fall away, something unexpected appears, not chaos, not meaninglessness, but raw immediacy. Life happening without interpretation. No center controlling it, no authority behind it, just experience unfolding. This is what the Buddha pointed to, not a doctrine, but a way of seeing. 13. The end of illusion is not collapse. When beliefs collapse, it can feel like destruction. But what actually collapses is only assumptions, projections, inherited narratives. What remains is not emptiness in the negative sense, but uncluttered awareness, simple presence without psychological distortion. Final insight. Reality does not break you. It removes what was never real to begin with. And what remains is not something you acquire. It is what is left when acquisition stops. Not belief, not hope, not control, just direct seeing here now without mediation.